You guys, he's reading the microphone. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game here.
Reading the microphone. I look like this, and it looks different. But yeah.
Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game, being joined by the one and only, the champ, Aljamain Sterling. Always great to see you. I see you rolling in your Lamborghini. I see you eating cinnamon rolls in the car, traveling the world. Just celebrated Aljamain Sterling Day, May 23rd.
Yeah, life's good right now. It feels good to be on top. I gotta say, it definitely does.
Yes, well, speaking of being on top, how's the run line going? Because I know that's something you want to start soon, right?
Yeah, so we've had a few samples made, but we got a couple of tweaks we got to make just to keep it purely authentic Jamaican rum. So we're working on that right now. There's a couple of things that might have a little bit of a hiccup with production, so we're trying to see how we can shape those things and make sure we keep it purely unique to my story and my heritage. Like Caribbean rum is cool, and maybe that could be like a spin-off of what we're going to do originally, but I want my main thing to be purely Jamaican rum.
Well, not only are you a great fighter and a great champion, but becoming a great businessman. And has Conor McGregor given you some advice, on the alcohol side of things?
No, not yet. So hopefully maybe we could do a little bit of collab down the line. We'll see.
Yes, and I know all the fans can't wait for your fight against Sean O'Malley, UFC 292, August 19th in Boston. I saw you tell the Schmo that you hope to finish him in one round and then you're going to take a long vacation and you don't want to be bothered. So ideally for you, how do you foresee your future?
Honestly, it's hard to say. I guess we kind of got to see how the 145 title fight goes, and then of course we got to see how my fight goes, and then we can kind of game plan from there. I like to earn my vacations, so I want to definitely make sure that we do this the right way, and this way I could be like, okay, guys, I did everything you've asked of me. Now it's time for let me just chill and just do things my way for a little bit.
And stylistically, on paper, do you think that Sean O'Malley will be the toughest opponent that you face, or do you feel like you fought tougher guys before?
Definitely fought tougher guys in terms of on paper.
Yeah.
Guys with better resumes, deeper resumes. I mean, but the guy is good. I give him credit for that. There's no denying that. What he brings to the octagon, he's definitely dangerous with his shots. He's got great timing, got great kicks. And I think we do a lot of good things that are similar. It's just he's more willing to sit in the pocket when he needs to and sit down on his punches, where for me, I'm like, I'm throwing with a purpose. It's an ends to a means. I'm looking to take you down. And this fight's going to be no different.
And looking at the bantamweight division, obviously it's stacked. A rumored fight that may be going down in Nashville, Umar versus Cory Sandhagen. Who do you think wins that one?
I think, I don't know. I feel that's a hard one. I mean, Umar is one of those guys there's a lot of unknowns, and bantamweight isn't like the 155-pound division where, his cousin Khabib and Islam, those guys are dominating those guys at 155. 135, there's a lot more well-roundedness with guys who can actually wrestle and grapple off of their backs. I think that's going to be the difference, especially when you get to that top 5, top 10. So that alone makes me feel like he's going to have a little bit more trouble with trying to keep Cory down, unless he could get to like the back control position similar to what I did to him. Then I can see Umar having his way. But I can see Cory doing a good job of staying long, keeping the fight upright, and making it tough for Umar. But again, we don't have these questions answered, so we don't know much about Umar yet. We know he can crack. We know he's got power. He's tricky, throwing a knee up the middle and then throwing a hook right off of it, stuff you don't see all the time. But Cory's been a little bit more tested. So I can't call it. This one's too close. I always go with the wrestler. I'm not saying Umar's going to win for sure, but I always lean towards the wrestler.
But you mentioned wanting to go up to featherweight and fight for that title as well. So who do you think takes that, featherweight title home next month?
I mean, it's hard to bet against Volkanovski, but I think he's in for a dogfight. I think he's going to really have to earn that paycheck and earn that title defense, because Yair, man, he's good. And there's one thing that I know: if a guy is really good at kicking and the other guy just predominantly boxes, that's a hard guy to beat. Because Yair's a lot longer. He kicks harder. He's faster. He can kick from both sides. I can see Volkanovski trying to be like Josh Emmett and need to catch him with something big up top with the hands. But it's just like kind of good luck doing that against a guy like Yair, who's very, very diverse and very dangerous. So I think that's what Volkanovski has to worry about. I mean, may the best man win. They're both great dudes, great ambassadors for the sport. And I'm looking forward to the challenge.
And you're riding a 9-fight win streak, undefeated since April 2018. So what goals do you have set for yourself, within the next few years?
I'm not even thinking that far ahead. If I'm being honest, it's be Sean, and then my hit list is complete. And then I go up to 45, and hopefully things go my way, and I get the job done, and then defend one time. And I don't know. We'll see how I feel, if I still feel the itch to keep competing, because it's like almost like you're competing hoping like someone could beat you eventually. So for me, it's like, eventually the music stops. So I'm just going to have fun with this as long as I can and go about it like that.
And lastly, your grayed out breakdowns we've all seen on your podcast and your show, the weekly scraps. So a huge fun fight coming up, a rematch between Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje. Who do you favor in that?
I kind of have to favor Poirier, because I think he's a little bit cleaner. I think Gaethje has gotten cleaner as well, and maybe he's going to pick his shots a little bit better. But after watching that first fight again, I was like, man, the only thing that was really dangerous were those calf kicks. And I think if Dustin makes those adjustments on that again, and again, it's a different fight. That was like, 4 years ago, it feels like? Two different guys. Gaethje has looked a lot better. Poirier's also looked a lot better. And I think if the skill stays the same in terms of the gap, and it's hard to say that because I think Gaethje uses his jab a lot more now and timing the shots, taking off some power. That can make things very, very interesting. And if Gaethje wrestles, that can make things interesting as well. But it's hard to bet against Poirier, man. It really is.
And for all your fans who can't wait to tune in and watch for your return, August 19th in Boston, what would you like to let them know?
Just tune in for the Funk Show, because we're going to do this shit again all the way to the top, 4-time Funk. Make sure you guys tune in and see it live.